What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including rumors of this being a total work, but The Rock and Reigns is 100% happening. Is The Rock going to be turning heel? Death threats over The Rock Reigns Cody storyline. WWE censoring Rocky sucks chants. Brock Lesnar officially removed from the 2K24 cover, and much more. As always, won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, the Scottish SOB. Drew is at the top of his game. Drew McIntyre continues to delight the WWE Universe in his exciting role as Raw's resident honorary SOB. McIntyre's wickedly sharp sense of humor works well because it contrasts so well with the brutality he dishes out in the ring. And seriously, the t-shirt he was wearing was brutal. Grade A+ for being an asshole. Number 2, solid main event. Last night's bull rope match was a strong main event that hopefully provided closure to the Cody vs Shinsuke feud. If this was the two superstars' final match of their feud, at least on TV, it ended on the right note by utilizing a proper stipulation match and making it clear that Drew McIntyre is Cody's next opponent until the current Rock vs Roman situation plays out. Number 3, fighting champions. It's time to give the Devils their due and throw some applause towards Asuka and Kairi Sane for being fighting champions. Now that Triple H seems to have found time to book the women's division, it's great to see the Women's Tag Team Championship defended frequently, which is more than can be said for the men's tag titles. Number 4, tantalizing tag team turmoil. Speaking of the men's tag titles, last night's tag team turmoil was the wild free-for-all you'd expect when you put DIY, the Creed Brothers, Imperium and the New Day in one match. This was the equivalent of throwing a match into a fireworks factory and watching all the pretty lights and hearing the thunder. Granted, it may not have flowed like a traditional match between the two teams, but it did deliver. The upcoming DIY vs British Strong Style bout to determine the number 1 contenders for the tag titles will hopefully live up to expectations. Number 5, JD gets paid. You gotta hand it to R-Truth. The enterprising superstar doesn't hold a grudge, as seen by last night's segment where he paid JD McDonough his cut of Truth's pirated Judgment Day merch, despite him putting the boots to him last week. Of course, the timing did cost JD his match against Truth's friend The Miz, who was looking for revenge against McDonough for the Judgment Day, beating both him and Truth down last week. Truth's apparent blunder either makes R-Truth the WWE's most dim-witted but highly lovable superstar, or one who's crazy like a fox. But that was the good. What about the bad? Is number 1, Ivar and Valhalla versus Akira and Maxine Dud. Now, Akira Tozawa is doing a good job in his supporting role as the Alpha Academy's latest trainee, but his match alongside Maxine Dupree against Ivar and Valhalla was more than a foregone conclusion, and it was a real dud. While it's good to see mixed tag matches, this one had an outcome with a foregone conclusion and seemed like it belonged on main event. And the WWE censor Rocky sucks. Last night's Raw was another example of the WWE doing everything to ignore the elephant in the room and failing miserably. The Rocky sucks chants was so obvious that they had to be acknowledged, but the WWE's 3-hour-long crusade to no seldom was nearly as bad as when Vince McMahon appeared on TV in 2022 when the news of his hush money scandal surfaced and he seemingly took a victory lap in the ring. WWE were definitely messing with the microphones, or at least censoring the Rocky chants to some extent, as you could hear Rocky sucks chants very clearly in live videos taken from the crowd. At least kudos to Michael Cole, who mentioned, "Is it 1996 again?" Now, there was nothing downright ugly despite the hilariously bad efforts to ignore the fans' disgust over the Rock vs Roman match at Wrestlemania. Raw had some solid matches as always, with one of the best main events in weeks and Sami Zayn's promo that hopefully is the beginning of a promising campaign for him. What'd you guys think of Raw last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's move on to the news. Now, in today's stories, we'll be looking at death threats, WWE shocked by the unexpected reaction, and much more. Now, top of today's news is the continued backlash over the WWE's apparent decision to have The Rock face Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania 40, with The Rock replacing Cody Rhodes. As we'll see, the WWE is doing its best to downplay the controversy, but it's boiling over, including The Rock's daughter Ava receiving death threats. But first, is the WWE working the fans? One of the biggest questions surrounding the Rock ruckus is whether this is a blunder by the WWE or just an elaborate work, possibly with the WWE changing direction at the last minute. Dave Meltzer shared his take on things during an episode of the Wrestling Observer Radio, noting some clues. 100% work. It's been 100% a work dating back for a while. Here's the thing, and it'll play out on Thursday however it plays out. But when Logan Paul starts with the hashtag, which was right away or pretty quick, it was like, okay, they're promoting this hashtag. And then Pat McAfee just opens the show with the hashtag, and they got all those signs that they're focusing on. Meltzer could be wrong, as the WWE may have realized that they made a major mistake, but only time will tell. The only thing that is happening is that Rock vs Reigns is 100% happening. But while the WWE Universe is going bananas over the recent Rock controversy, that doesn't mean the WWE plans to change WrestleMania 40's biggest match, at least according to PW Insider. Multiple sources have noted that The Rock is 100% performing in the ring at WrestleMania 40. That is a done deal, and as we noted on Saturday, likely something that was contractually locked in as one of the milestones The Rock would be involved in as part of his TKO Board of Directors deal. We were told that there is no scenario where The Rock is not wrestling Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 unless something unforeseen happens like an injury. Next up, Cody asked the fans for their trust. While Cody Rhodes has been quiet on TV about the change in plans, he recently asked fans for their patience via X, saying, "Appreciate the passion, God bless y'all, but trust me." As fans have remarked, they trust Cody but not the WWE, but how do you guys feel? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, is The Rock turning heel? Does the WWE want to turn The Rock heel? If so, it's not by design, and according to PW Insider's Mike Johnson, they hope to take advantage of the current controversy to help Cody. WWE absolutely took notice of the Cody Rhodes reaction, and there are some who are pushed for the company to lean into it, feeling it will make Cody a stronger babyface by playing up the fan surge into him. The plan here was to never turn The Rock heel or have it come across, even to smart fans, as if he was maliciously taking Rhodes' spot. As several in WWE pointed out, they can adjust the plan week by week to make it make sense. The WWE is already taking steps to downplay the anti-Rock chants that as fans uploaded the videos from the show during Cody's main event match, with the crowd shouting their displeasure for The Rock, but the shouts failing it to make it to TV, no doubt turning the microphones down. I mean, those chants were incredibly loud, and it seemed that WWE were suppressing those chants on TV. And it's been reported that WWE were shocked by the unexpected anti-Rock chants. It's been reported by WrestleVotes that some in WWE were not expecting that chant by the fans. I'm told that the Rocky Sucks chants that took place last night on Raw totally threw certain people off. While this viral reaction story was leaned into last night, that part of it was something unexpected. Next up, things get even more crazy as there's death threats over the Rock Reigns Cody storyline. There's very disturbing news concerning The Rock's daughter Ava, aka Simone Johnson, as TMZ Sports reports. The Rock's daughter, NXT superstar Ava, says her inbox has been flooded with hate over WWE's new storyline involving her famous pops, claiming that she's been on the receiving end of death threats over the whole ordeal. The WWE Universe's disdain for them changing the Cody Rhodes vs Roman Reigns match to Rock vs Roman has apparently triggered some fans that they're going so far as to sending death threats. Ava discussed the situation on X, saying, "Can y'all just leave me out of this? I'm busy running a show. Death threats over a situation I have nothing to do with." She has now deactivated the account. So are fans taking it too far? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, the controversy is working for WWE. Although the current controversy surrounding Cody and The Rock is generating heat, it's also generating sizzling ticket sales. That's a report from Meltzer, who noted on the Wrestling Observer Radio that whatever they're doing, it's sure working, because last night's Raw show just a couple of days ago, they had like 7,600 tickets out. There were over 10,000 people there. You don't move that many tickets from Friday to Monday ever. So whatever it is, people are buying this thing. They are paying to see it. I think there's going to be a ton of people at the T-Mobile on Thursday for the press event. And once again, some wrestling fans may be working themselves into a frenzy, but as long as they keep buying tickets like this, they will consider their plan as a complete success. Next up, The Rock doesn't care about being booed. And Meltzer also had an interesting take on whether The Rock cares about the fans cheering him or booing him. Didn't care if he's booed or cheer, I promise you he doesn't care. His validation is based on purely one thing, and that's box office. That's purely revenue. Boo, cheer, whatever. It's like, did it draw a sellout? And this was going to draw a sellout either way. But as far as this interest level in the product up, and if the interest level in the product is up, that's the goal. Next up, CM Punk moving to the announce table. Interesting news concerning CM Punk, as Fightful is reporting Ace Steel informed them that WWE is interested in Punk calling matches while he recovers from his triceps injury. Punk has called bouts in MMA as well as AEW, so if this report is accurate, it sounds like the WWE sees this as a good way to keep Punk in the public eye while he heals. Next up, Brock Lesnar officially removed from the 2K24 cover. A 2K Games has taken Brock Lesnar off the cover of its upcoming 2K24 game. SC Scoops reported a new cover of the 40 years of WrestleMania is out and Lesnar is gone. He was replaced by John Cena on the cover. They did not add anyone to the new cover, but they shuffled things around to make Cena larger and take the Beast Incarnate out. A rumor has it that 2K is attempting to take Lesnar out of the game completely, although the feasibility of doing so remains unclear since the game is scheduled for an 8th March release. And finally, Muhammad Ali coming to 2K24. And last but not least, Muhammad Ali will appear in the new game as a legendary boxer served as special guest referee in the first Wrestlemania and can be seen in the game's latest trailer. 2K24 features a special referee mode, a good place for Ali. It's unknown whether he'll be available as a playable character. But there you have it, folks. Our look at Raw as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.